Hola, buen día a todos. Today we will talk about ser in Spanish. Ser and estar are same definition, which is to be in English. But they have different uses. Estar used for temporary situations, while the ser is used for permanent situations. Ser is used to say things like is, am, and are. So these are the conjugated forms of the verb to be. Let's take a look in different forms of ser. We have yo soy, I am, tú eres, you are. This is the familiar form of you. Él, ella, usted, es, or she, he, she, it, you, are. This is the most formal way to say you. For example, I am a teacher. In Spanish, yo soy maestras. You are tall. In Spanish, tú eres alto. Pronouns are in parentheses because they are optional. Expanding form of ser for we, which is translated to nosotros, masculine or male group, or nosotras for female or feminine, is for Spanish somos. Somos. For the informal plural form of vosotros, we use sois. Sois. Moving on to the formal form of you or usted. With usted, we use s. We use s. And it's for plural version ustedes, we use son. For ustedes, we use son. And for the plural form, they, from the plural form they, which translate to ellos or ellas, we also use son. Son. For singular, we use s. And for plural, we use son. Ser is used to express the 7 basic concepts, which are description, profession, point of origin, identification, material, possession or ownership, and the last is where an event takes place. First use of ser is the description. When we say description, we are using adjectives. Adjectives describe the noun. Adjectives describe the noun. For example, the house is red. The house is feminine, that's why we use la casa. La casa, in Spanish, la casa es roja. La casa es roja. The next example is the book is blue. El libro es azul. El libro es azul. So that's the first use of the first concept of using ser. The second use of ser is the profession. Why is it profession? Because the profession is last long, right? Usually 3 or 4 months. It depends on the resilience of the worker. For example, I am a student. Yo soy estudiante. He is an architect. Él es arquitecto. The third use of ser is the point of origin. When we use the point of origin, don't forget the word de. De. It means from. I'm in point of origin. It used to describe the place a person is from or material made from. In other words, it used to describe the essential origin of a person or thing. For example, I am from New York. Yo soy de Nueva York. She is from France. Ella es de Francia. We are from Italy. Somos de Italia or nosotros somos de Italia. The fourth use of ser is the identification. Identification, it specifies characteristics such as relationship, nationality, race, or religion. For example, we are friends. In Spanish, nosotros, nosotras somos amigas. She is Catholic. Ella es católica. Another example for the identification is, are you Cuban? In Spanish, eres tú cubano. The fifth concept is for the ser is the material. We also use de. They have two meanings. It's either from or of. But in the case of the material, we use of. For example, the table is wood. The table is wood. In Spanish, la mesa es de madera. Another example is, the house is of stone. In Spanish, la casa es de piedra. The last example is, the windows are of glass. The windows are of glass. In Spanish, las ventanas son de vidrio. The sixth basic concept of using ser is the possession or ownership. When we say possession or ownership, it talks about things that belongs to you or to other people. And we use again the word de means of. For example, it's the child's doll. But we use the doll is of the child when we translate it in Spanish. In Spanish, la muñeca es de la niña. La muñeca is the doll. And the other example is, the dogs belongs to the boy. We translate it in Spanish, the dogs are of the boys. The dogs are of the boys. In Spanish, los perros son del muchacho. Muchacho is masculine. That's why we use the word del. The last concept is where an event takes place. It is also describing location like in a star, but in a star is just a place, while in the last concept of ser, which is where an event takes place, there is an event going on in the area. That's the difference of location in a star and location in ser. For example, the party is in Joey's house. In Spanish, la fiesta es en la casa de Jose. Another example, the concert is in the club. In Spanish, el concierto es en el club. So, that's all guys. I hope you learned something from me about ser or to be in English. Gracias por ver. Adios.